Okay, there's two sets of minutes that we need to approve, both for the last council meeting as well as for the budget meetings we had. So if you had a chance to look those over, I'll entertain a motion. Can we do both at the same time?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll entertain a motion once you have a
Make a
chance.
motion to approve both sets of minutes.
Motion by Glenn,
I'll second it.
second by Jeff. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Same for the approval of claims. You had a chance to look them over. Once you have, you entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the claims.
Motion by Tim,
Second the motion?
second by Steve. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. We had some good information that came out today. Positive thing, we were awarded our SWIFT grant for our wastewater plant today of $5 million. We were hoping for five. Five is the most that you could have gotten from all the different places that got them, so we were fortunate to get the maximum. So that's going to help out. We're still looking for the EDA grant money too to help out, but at least this is a positive thing for that. So one other thing we'll be addressing the Board of Public Works tomorrow with, I think we discussed already about the railroad crossing signage. We now have approval to have 3 signs put up, one on 231 headed towards the railroad tracks. It's going to take them to the left, we take them west. Once you get out by Styling, there'll be an arrow to go to the right onto Progress Parkway, and now one coming from the west to the east, there'll be a sign telling them to take Progress Parkway. So that's been approved, and I've got the paperwork to sign. Once I get approval from the Board of Public Works tomorrow to sign off the paperwork, they'll order the signs and they'll put them up first.
So we're paying for the signs, they're putting them up?
No,
They are
they
paying?
pay for everything, yes.
Good deal.
Real nice.
Very good.
Yeah, so. First thing I have on the agenda is an ordinance to change the speed limit of Progress Parkway. We discussed this at the Board of Public Works last meeting. OFS came to us and asked us if we couldn't reduce it down to 25 the whole way instead of 35 to 25 and back again. The reason for that being they're putting a crosswalk there where their new parking lot is going on Progress Parkway. They're putting up all the lights, the flashing lights, everything else that they need to do. They're doing everything, they're buying it. We're going to install it for them. But they've asked if we could reduce that down to 25 miles an hour. That way it would stay 25 the whole way from 64 all the way over to 231. And so the Board of Public Works recommended to do that. I just need the ordinance approved by you all to enact it.
So it would be actually two changes. One would be on Styline Drive from State Road 64 all the way to 12th Street. We would reduce that to 25 miles per hour. It's now 35 miles. And it would also make all of Progress Parkway to Chestnut Street 25 miles. 14th Street is already 25 miles an hour. And it would take an ordinance. And I'm not sure, I don't know if it was in your board pack or not.
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay, good.
I didn't speak to very many people about it, but those that I did thought it was a great idea. One commented that he can't figure out why it went from 35 to 25 unless, of course, the city set it up as a speed trap intentionally. And he thinks that,
Tried.
yeah, he thinks moving it all to 25 makes a lot of sense.
Well, as we talked about at the Board of Public Works meeting, basically we were talking about how the fact that people don't drive 35 anyway. So it's just a matter of policing the area and so forth. So whether it's 25 or 35 really didn't make a whole lot of difference.
Yeah.
Yet if we keep it 25, it's going to be consistent the whole way. You don't have to worry about where to start, stop, and all this type of thing.
The only hesitation I had in the beginning was that it is a bypass. People are trying to get around a train that's blocking their ability to move to the other side of town, and to slow them down too far would maybe lessen the value of the bypass. But I really don't think it
rather
will.
than sitting and waiting for the train to go past, I'll go 25.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, but
Most of our city streets are 25, are they not though?
Yeah, everything in the city is 25 unless it's in that schedule. Styline Drive was in the schedule as 35 miles an hour, but everything else, there's a couple of streets that are in there as 35 miles an hour, but everything else is 25 in the city limits.
Now, we have a flashing light on the north side of town for the railroad, you know, is that something we can look into putting one there so people can turn there when those lights are on versus coming all the way in to 231?
You mean it's Styline?
Well, yes, at the,
On 64?
yeah, on 64 out here.
Well, that's where the only thing NDOT's approved us to do so far is put the signage. If we went to pay the money to put the lighted sign up there, I'm sure they would allow us to do that, but it's pretty expensive, as we already know.
Yeah,
It's
but we're just-
unfortunately,
You talking about this one out here in front of the venue?
yeah,
Yes,
the Dairy Queen.
Did we pay for that?
yes,
Yes.
That was ours?
yes.
So,
And one of the reasons that works, because they have direct line of sight from the rail tracks, from the crossing out to there. You
Right.
notice you have an antenna.
you know, the good thing about
the
the sign, you know, basically, if you're gonna be going east on 64 or south on 231, it's not gonna make any difference. So you're gonna still be able to go as long as they don't block the intersection. And that'd be
That's the problem.
that'd be a police escort, a police decision to take care of that. But it's the one going north, and the sign's just gonna say bypass railroad to 231 north, take a left and go that way. So I think that should take care of the problem. We'll have to see. If it doesn't take care of
That
it,
one,
but
yeah, that one should take care of it. I was considering it coming in from the golf course area. You would never see the train until you come all the way up to the.
well, you're not gonna see the train anyway. I mean, it's basically, if you're wanting to go north, you're probably gonna go that north anyway. You're gonna take 230 bypass anyway. I take it all the time, even if I don't have a train.
Because you're gonna have a stoplight now at 14th Street to get you out, so what's the
Yeah,
difference?
well, that's gonna make a big difference.
That's gonna make a
right
big
there.
difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, so I'll entertain a motion to
2021-32.
32.
Motion to approve or motion to introduce?
Motion to
Motion to
introduce.
introduce, I'm sorry.
Motion to introduce.
A second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Now a motion to approve, right?
Yeah,
Suspend
motion to
rules.
suspend rules if you want to consider them the same night.
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules to approve them the same night.
Motion by Glenn,
Second it.
second by Steve, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Now we can do the ordinance.
Now
Yeah,
you
you
move
need
for
a
adoption.
Move for adoption.
I'll make the motion to
Motion by
adopt.
Jeff. Jose, you seconded
I'll
this?
second
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Good deal.
Kissling.
Aye.
Duvon.
Aye.
McFerrin.
Aye.
Ware.
Aye.
Bounds.
Aye.
5 ayes, no nays.
The next one up on the agenda is the resolution of interest in purchasing real estate. I think you all have a copy of that on your board pack. Obviously, we just need a motion to approve the resolution that we can look into the purchase of a certain piece of real estate that we're looking for.
I'll make a motion to.
2021-33.
So we need to entertain the motion. or for the-
Yes, motion, just a resolution, a motion to adopt, so you
Right.
need.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Tim,
I'll second it.
second by Jeff, all in favor?
Aye.
The next item, which is not on the agenda, but it's something that we just discussed earlier, would come in other business, but I'll go ahead and bring it up now since we're talking about real estate, is a resolution for the common council to approve the purchase of real estate over on Jackson Street. We've done the appropriate two appraisals as far as giving the average of the two appraisals, with the idea that if we were to accept the proposals of two appraisals, that we would offer that particular amount of money to the people to purchase that real estate.
So you, back in December, you adopted resolution 2020-33 that authorized, that declared an interest in this real estate. It's 407 North Jackson Street. And subsequent to that, two appraisals were obtained, and the average of those two appraisals were offered to the landowner, and they've indicated willingness to sell at that price. So a resolution authorizing the mayor to consummate that sale and to purchase the property at $79,950, which is the average of the two appraisals, and to pay for that from edit funds.
the resolution be?
Oh, this is 2021-34.
I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Jeff,
I'll second the motion.
second by Steve. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Do we need to?
I got a different one here.
Okay.
Because I filled in the number on this
Oh,
one.
no, I'm just working
Yeah.
on my own copy
Okay,
here.
I'll give this to Tom.
What was that address, Bill? Was that
407.
407,
407?
Yes.
407 North, I'm sorry, North Jackson.
So we need to do anything else? for that?
Nope. I'm gonna sign it here before I give it to Tom.
Bill, there's nothing else that we would need to do going forward on this at all, right? I mean, we've just given the mayor
The city would
ability.
internally arrange with the owners in closing and the
Title
plans
transfer and
record
all
the
that.
deed, and then whatever further action the board wants to do is, the council wants to do it for development, you take that subsequent actions.
Okay.
One other item that I want to present tonight, and obviously, I might even have Jose read it, but I'll read it anyway. It's a proclamation that we've done last year, the year before also. It's whereas the city of Huntingburg recognizes and honors contributions from all members of our community, and whereas in 1988, the United States Congress adopted a resolution designating September 15th to October 15th of each year as National Hispanic Heritage Month, and whereas the Hispanic community has had a profound influence on our city through their strong commitment to family, faith, hard work, and service, and whereas during National Hispanic Heritage Month, the United States celebrates the culture, history, traditions, and contributions of Hispanic Americans, specifically those whose ancestors came from Spain, Mexico, Central America, South America, and the Caribbean, and whereas communities around this great country mark the achievements of Hispanic and Latino Americans with festivals and educational activities. Now, therefore, I, Stephen Schwinghammer, Mayor of Huntingburg, Indiana, issue this proclamation to hereby proclaim September 15th to October 15th, 2021 to be Hispanic Heritage Month in the city of Huntingburg. It invites all members of the community to celebrate the contributions that have been made to our country and our community by Hispanic Americans. In witness thereof, I hereby set my hand and fix the official seal of the city of Huntingburg on this 15th day of September 2021. Signed, Stephen Schwinghammer, Mayor of Huntingburg. I'll let you have that.
Thank you very much.
And it will be put on our Facebook page and social media page, all that type of thing as far as that's concerned. And I just want to compliment, I don't know if y'all have been down to the Latino Fest, it was awesome,
It was.
except when I had to go up there and taste all that stuff. I think I got robbed, no. I think I come in second, I should have won.
The taco eating contest?
No, I thought it was a taco eating contest. It was the blindfold thing where they put something in front of you and you have to figure out what it is.
Oh, I think my friend won that. I think my friend won that.
They give you a jalapeno?
No,
Your neighbor Bryce won that.
well, Becky Hickman won ours, the one we did.
Did he? Oh, yeah, there was like so many different
Becky
ones.
Hickman, yeah. And then, although, I will have to make this a public statement, though, I did beat Jasper.
Did you? All right. There you go.
Okay, that's all I have. Phil, you're up.
Oh, let me look at the agenda, I'm not sure what it is. I don't think I have anything.
That'd be me.
That'd be you.
Yeah, just the last meeting, we passed or you first read the, this is supposed to be a public hearing on the additional appropriation for the ARP money, $696,000. So we're open the public hearing and take comments.
Open a public hearing. Does anyone have any comments on the ARP additional appropriations?
I think that's you, Dan.
Yep.
So your question is, what can we use them for, right? What is it for?
If somebody could tell me, I'd be able to tell you too.
I sympathize with you because I've read through those things 2 or 3 times and it's very,
It has a lot to do with broadband, wastewater, There's some quality of life issues, things that we can use it for. A lot of it has to do with retention of jobs and things. So right now, we're still trying to figure out the actual ins and outs.
There has to be a plan put together and
Right.
approved by the council to spend any of the money, so.
This is the first step. Before you can spend it at all, you've got to
You've got to
appropriate.
appropriate,
So
yes.
that's what this
Yeah.
is tonight.
So-
And they introduced an ordinance do we introduce an ordinance?
We introduced ordinance 2021-31.
So they, tonight would be appropriate for them to carry that through for final adoption, if they so choose.
So, any other questions, Dan?
No.
Make a motion to close the public meeting.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Very
You
small.
can adopt, I guess.
Now we need a motion to adopt the additional appropriation of the ARP funds.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Tim,
Second?
second by Jose.
There you go.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Kissling.
Aye.
Dubon.
Aye.
Farren.
Aye.
Ware.
Aye.
Bounds.
Aye.
5 ayes.
What's the bad debt thing, Tom?
Oh, did you get a copy of that?
Yes.
It's on the board pack.
That is the program that we have been doing for now 3 years, and that's the,
Correct.
those are the amounts that we've collected over in these 3 years for the different categories of different utilities and then non-utility issues.
Perfect.
Yeah. This last time was 17,122. Last year was a little higher because last year we put in a lot of old things that were owed to us.
So would you say what you collected in 2021 still could cover for 2019 or 2020 maybe?
Yeah.
You think so too?
I mean, they would have been some of those old bills.
Yeah, they still could be.
And that they will continue to be on there for next year as well. Now, they've stopped that program, the state's going to a new computer system, so if anybody files in it from now to the end of the year, we wouldn't get any more money until
Has there
Next
been any information if there's been added on to the federal returns or anything?
haven't heard.
That would be nice.
That was talked about, but it didn't come about this year, so maybe next year.
So
I think they would probably take federal legislation. These are state funds, state revenues, and so the state legislature adopted this program.
So bills, though, that we might have submitted in 2019 stay in the system, and if money ever comes in that person's name through the state, they're gonna seize it.
Right.
Yeah, so we don't have to refile them every year, or do we?
Well, you upload a program or a file that has those people on it.
Oh, so they would still remain in that file till they're paid off? Okay.
Well, until they become stale, I think, which is 6 years.
6 years, yeah. It's just, he's just a report.
Anything else, Tom?
Yep, that's all.
Is there any other items to bring up before the council?
We talk about the proposed track split? It's on the board. On our board packet, it says proposed track split.
That was for the resolution, declaration of interest in real
Okay.
estate.
Real estate, yes. Anything else? Anything from the citizens or the citizen?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Has
So be
anybody
it.
ever done that?
They can stay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everybody.